So I just told her that I was going to model the song for her and that she's supposed to be humming along if she recognizes it. You can't really tell in the video, but she was humming along.
Nice. Good. Okay, so we're going to start small, learn how to set our lips up, and we're going to get you going on the song. Sure. So we're going to use these straws. And you're going to just put it on your tongue.
So now I'm trying to get into like the micro part of the lesson and break down the embouchure setup. I saw this at Midwest at a clinic, and I thought it was really interesting. So I'm pretty much just copying that exact lesson I went to at Midwest, and I was really pleased with how well it went, so I think I'll try to use this again. The straw was a helpful tool, and I think younger kids would think that it's fun too, and not as boring as just talking about embouchure. Kind of gets them going with something faster.
That's going to be very similar to what it feels like when you have a mouth tongue. So one more time, put your tongue out. One tongue, and pop it down. And make sure your teeth aren't touching at all. Nice. Yeah. So this is what it's going to sound like when it goes into your mouth.
You can't see the floor, but in front of her she has her own case open. Well, my extra trumpet case that she's using open in her mouthpiece, so that's what she's grabbing.
And think about what you did with the straw. Yeah, good.
I was super excited with how quickly she got it. I think the straw thing was really helpful.
Yeah, good. See if you can move that up and down a little. Yeah, good.
I missed, though, telling her to hold the mouthpiece in her other hand. She is holding in her dominant hand, which I'm also doing. Normally when I buzz, I use my burp on the side of my horn, so I don't think about it too often, but that would be something that would be good to get beginner students out of the habit of, so they're not using too much pressure. And then this part, I was completely showing her like I was mirroring her at first, and then I realize it in like a second that I'm telling her the opposite thing right here. But it's not a huge deal.
This hand for your thumb right here. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then your pinky goes on top of here. On top. It does not go in here. Because that just adds like extra pressure and it should just be very loose and relaxed. Okay. Now this hand just kind of wraps around and holds it.
Yeah, and I have started a couple beginners, and I feel like the pinky thing is really helpful to get going right from the beginning. Get them out of the habit of sticking their pinky inside the ring, especially like really little kids who have small hands. It just doesn't make sense. Her hands are big enough, it could have fit, but it helps to reduce the pressure.
Keep your pinky on top. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's ideal because it's actually the first note of the song. So you got it.
Her tone production was really good, and it went really quickly. So I was really excited about that. So we got right into the song right away.
I'm going to do one more time. Follow along with the fingers. Good. Now you try that. Good. Yeah. That's awesome. Okay.
And I do model tonguing that C, but I don't say anything about it. And she catches on to it without me ever saying anything. And I mention it later in the lesson when we change the rhythm, but she really got that just from hearing it, which is cool. Although I'm not sure that really young students would necessarily do that as well.
It sounds super easy. Your tone is awesome.
And her range just right away was really, really good, which was exciting But also, I was thinking in my head, like, man, this lesson plan is going to need to go further than I thought. Because she was catching on to the initial tone stuff so much faster and the range things so much faster. So I picked a kind of hard song and she didn't struggle at all. Like there, she's already played from a C to an A. And I definitely could be saying things about like using more air for a more supported sound, but honestly, she was making a pretty good tone already, and she was having so much fun learning the song. I didn't want to slow that down and talk about like technical stuff.
Let's actually see if we can get you to get the bottom note out.
So when I modeled the song earlier, I went up to the G because I figured that she wouldn't be able to play like, you know, an octave of range. But she was doing so well, I was like, let's see how that goes. And it worked, so that was super exciting. So I don't know that she realizes like how exciting that is, but I was super impressed.
In the treble clef. Yeah, that's really, really impressive. Okay, so that's the whole.
She was having a lot of fun with it, which is cool.
So we put it into slightly bigger chunks. Okay. So you're gonna walk out of here playing prayer, Jacques. On my musical trumpet. Okay, let's do it. Okay. Are you going first? We're gonna do the same thing, but a little bit bigger. So bigger one.
So there I modeled the tonguing of the C again to see if she would get it. Her biggest struggle was just remembering the fingerings, which makes sense. Yeah.
That's fine.
I think I could have been more insistent about her fingering along with me while I was playing for her so that she could have caught onto the fingerings faster. But, I mean, she wasn't struggling with it really too much. Because, like, right here, yeah, she is fingering along, even without my reminding her a little bit, but not super consistently. And if it was a younger student, I'm sure they would need more constant reminders to be fingering along while I'm playing. So that's something for me to be thinking about, is that they're not just sitting there while I'm playing for them, they're doing something active and something that'll actually help them remember what they're doing.
Okay, do you want to try it yourself, or do you want to do call and response? Can we do that one more time? Call and response.
Yeah, so there she just tongues, which I was super excited about, and we use later when she changes the rhythm of the song, which I think we'll get to still in this chunk of the video, but I'm not sure. And here she is fingering along again, but I did forget to remind her. I was super excited about how quickly she picked all this up.
Oh, you're doing so well. This is so exciting. Okay, you want to try it in like halves instead of little chunks? Cool, yeah. Move to doing sure. Okay.
This was also kind of a long song, which I realized as I was teaching her, which I think she liked, and was like an appropriate level of challenge for a college student to remember. It might have been too many fingerings and stuff to remember if I was teaching somebody younger, but I think it worked really well in this setting to give her enough challenge while still being like fairly very simple. And she was just so excited to play and like so excited to learn the song, which was really fun. And I know that that is true in like any age. Like you forget that even a college student is going to be like this excited to learn like Frere Jacques. You know, when it's on a new instrument, that's so exciting. And I mean, look how happy she is. It was really a fun experience.
I think I got it. You got it? I don't know. Do it. Do you want to? No, you go ahead. We can always fix things. Pinky on top though. I'll just start. Open.
And there are definitely things I could have addressed about, you know, blowing the air through the phrase, and so that we would have better response and things like that. But like I said, for this being her first time playing trumpet and it sounds this good already, it's like those things could be, if this was in like a recurring lesson setting, easily fixed in like the next lesson, and we can just enjoy playing this song the first time and being excited about how well that's going.
I never want to touch a trumpet again.
She was complaining about feeling tired, which does make sense. We were playing a lot, and again, it's kind of a long song, which I probably should have considered in terms of it being like a new instrument. So we did some like relaxing exercises so that we could keep going without her tensing up too much and get the blood moving again. And I do think that helped because she does keep playing and didn't complain again about being tired until the very end.
This is awesome. Okay, and then just to up the difficulty level here at the end because it's going really well. Okay. So I'll give you a choice. Would you rather change the tempo or change the rhythm? Change the rhythm. Okay, let's do it. Let's come up with something cool, something funky that isn't just like quarter notes, which is what you're playing right now. You could do anything. The only thing I can think of is jazzy. Yeah, perfect.
And she jumped right to this right away, which I thought was fun.
Yeah. Just do it? Yeah, go ahead. I want to hear what you're thinking. You can sing it first if you want to give me the sample. What's another way to do it? We could vary like the note length. We'd have to talk about tongue a little bit. But it sounds like you're already starting some of your notes with the tongue.
Yeah, so this is the first time I've actually like said anything about tonguing, even though she's been doing it kind of on her own this far in, which was exciting. And I liked that I didn't have to like explicitly say anything about it until now.
You'll have to be tonguing for that, but I'm pretty sure you're alright.
Yeah.
You want to try it? You want to try it together, or you want to do it? You want to play it together? Okay. You can do it by yourself. I think you can do it. Okay. I'm gonna offer the help if you wanted it. What's the first? Open?
This was a lot for her to be thinking about at one time. And again, like with the younger student, maybe would have been a little overwhelming, but she was having a lot of fun with it. And it was getting her tonguing really well and moving the air. Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, but she was having a lot of fun, and so then we went on and we changed the tempo and tried to kind of play some things in parts, but she was getting pretty face tired, so we did some more like singing and stuff like that. So we took a little break and then came back after she had a chance to rest and changed a couple more things, since I did pick kind of a long song. But overall, I was really happy with how quickly she picked up on all of that stuff, so then we could really have some fun with it.